Hi, welcome to another neural rewiring visualization story. I am going to try to keep these intros as short as possible, so please check the description or the very first part of the video for important information before you get into this visual. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. I'm standing outside the airport with my friend. Our breath is visible in the crisp morning air. The sky is still dark and the world feels more slow and quiet than normal. Like it's waiting for something to begin. The glass doors slide open and we step inside. The sound of our rolling suitcases trailing behind us. Instantly, the warmth of the terminal wraps around us, and the scent of freshly brewed coffee mingles with the faint tang of jet fuel that seems to cling to the air inside. There's a low-level hum from the steady stream of travelers moving in every direction. The soft beep of announcements echoes in the distance behind the rhythmic whir of rolling luggage on polished floors. I glance at my friend and we exchange a grin. The excitement is bubbling just under the surface. We've already checked in online, so we get to skip straight to the baggage counter. The conveyor belts gleam under the bright lights overhead, and the airline attendant greets us with a polite smile. We weigh our suitcases and attach the tags and watch as they disappear down the belt, heading somewhere we can't follow. There's something satisfying about seeing the bag go. It's like the first checkpoint on our airport journey is crossed off. Next, it's security. Thankfully, the line isn't long right now. There's just a handful of people ahead of us. As we inch forward, the faint smell of metal mixed with disinfectant fills the air. The close rhythmic beep, beep, beep of the metal detectors and the clattering of trays signals that it's our turn. I slip my shoes off, pull my laptop out, and empty my pockets. It's just routine, but it always feels so serious. My friend jokes about not losing a sock this time, and I laugh, the sound echoing briefly in the high-ceilinged space. The tray slides through the X-ray machine, and I step through the metal detector, holding my breath, even though I know there's nothing to worry about. It's over in seconds, and soon we're putting our shoes back on, collecting our things, and stepping past the security area with a sigh of relief. The atmosphere transitions into a lighter, less serious tone. The airport is waking up as we make our way through in search of our terminal and gate. Shops are opening, their lights bright and inviting. We pass a bookstore with rows of glossy covers and a souvenir shop bursting with keychains and magnets. And a duty-free store with shelves of perfume that fill the air nearby with subtle floral and citrus notes, among many other stores. After navigating through the sea of wayfinding signs, we arrive at our gate. Now that we are feeling secure, that we know where we belong, and can quickly and easily find our way back here for our departure time, we decide to kill the extra time we have. First things first, coffee. We find a little cafe near our gate and order steaming cups of cappuccino with foam soft and cloud-like. And we sit by a window, savoring the velvety sweetness and allowing ourselves a moment for the warmth to spread over us like a comforting embrace, banishing the lingering chill of the morning. After we are done with our drinks, we wander for a bit, browsing through shops, trying on neck pillows and sunglasses, and even purchasing a good book and some drinks and snacks for the flight. Time seems to slip by unnoticed until the announcement crackles overhead, notifying us our flight is boarding. Back at the gate, there's a sense of purpose. People gather their things and we join the line, tickets in hand. The scanner beeps as it reads our passes. And we step into the jet bridge. The air here is cooler, with a faint metallic scent. Footsteps and voices echo softly as we make a walk and wait sort of movement pattern toward the plane. Inside the cabin, it's a cozy, muffled chaos. Passengers are stowing bags and finding seats and shuffling past each other in the narrow aisle. I spot our row, a window seat for me and the middle for my friend. They give me a teasing glare. We tuck our carry-ons into the overhead bin before settling in. The seat is firm but comfortable, and I press the small button to lean back just a little. The window beside me reveals a view of the wing, its sleek surface gleaming under the early morning sun. I pull out my headphones and scroll through the in-flight entertainment, settling on a movie I've been meaning to watch. The captain's voice comes over the speaker, calm and reassuring, as the plane pushes back from the gate. The safety briefing follows: seatbelts, oxygen masks, emergency exits. The flight attendant demonstrates with practiced precision, but I find myself watching somewhat tuned out because I've seen it all before. And then we are taxiing. The plane's engine is humming with growling intensity. My friend nudges me and we share a grin as the engine roars louder and the plane begins to speed up. The runway rushes by in a blur and then liftoff. My stomach does a little flip as we leave the ground and I glance out the window. The city starts to shrink below us, fading more and more as we climb higher into the soft hues of the sunrise. The world feels vast yet somehow intimate from up here. Once we level out, the cabin lights dim slightly, and the flight attendants begin their service. A tray appears before me, a small breakfast meal, neatly arranged. It's a sealed container of scrambled eggs. Their texture is slightly spongy, carrying a faint, buttery aroma. Next to it is a small croissant wrapped in a foil for warmth, with a single serving packet of jam, and a cup of orange juice. I savor each bite, glancing occasionally out the window where the clouds look like endless waves of cotton. After eating, I feel a pleasant drowsiness settling over me. I recline my seat a bit, close my eyes, and let the hum of the engines lull me into a light nap. I wake to my bored friend rummaging through the reading material in the pocket of the seat in front of us while the plane begins its descent. The view outside shifts as we dip below the clouds. The ground comes into focus. Roads and fields and clusters of buildings grow larger with every passing moment. The landing gear deploys with a muffled thud, and soon the runway rushes up to meet us. The wheels touch down, bouncing slightly before settling. There's a gentle roar as the plane slows, and I feel a mix of accomplishment and anticipation for the next phase of our trip. The journey isn't over, but this part of it feels complete, like a small chapter closed.